Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, going to be a Patreon cast from the StarCraft Holiday Bash from 2017. Going to be Draco versus iNcontroL here on Tau Cross. I just watched this from the stream VOD on Day9's channel, and I didn't know that this game was played, and it's an interesting game and a fairly epic game. So let's see if it holds up to the standard of epic, right? So we've got Draco here, the yellow Protoss player, a very excellent foreigner, and in the bottom right we have the orange Zerg as iNcontroL, under his Smurf name, Barristan the Bold. Fantastic name, honestly. So yeah, ZVP shenanigans here. This was cast live by Day9 and Tasteless, and then, who else? I think Whiteraw was actually on the couch for this thing. So, I mean, pretty fantastic three-team commentary group. And it was awesome. Like, they were talking about all sorts of cool stuff there. It looks like we're going just for a 9-pool. Straight up 9-pool opening here from iNcontroL. This is Tau Cross. This is where the all-famous, like, most watched Brood War game on my channel ever between Flash and Jadon comes from. It's here on Tau Cross from WCG 2010. This is 2017, and rest in peace, iNcontroL. We love you, we miss you. I mean, going back and watching the Holiday Bash VOD, which everybody should do, honestly, if you haven't seen it. I know it's crazy long, I understand that, but man, if you just start watching, you're just going to fall in love with it. It's just people that love StarCraft. It's Artosis, it's Tasteless, it's Day9, it's iNcontroL. And just remembering iNcontroL and how... just what a great personality and talent he was in the world of StarCraft, and we miss him, and it was such a tragedy that he was taken as just as young as he was and everything. So I do like to cast his replays every once in a while, just as a reminder of who he was and what he meant to StarCraft. And, you know, life is precious. It can be taken from us at any time, really. So like a meteor could hit your house right now, and you could die. Me too. Isn't that crazy to think about? Anyway, probe in here, scouting around from Draco, pulled off gas as soon as Metabolic Boost opened. I mean, finished, or started, golly. Opened? Upgrades don't open. Still no second base here. This is some really aggressive stuff. 9-pool is aggressive. That's the thing. Overpool is in between hatch first and 9-pool, and 9-pool is just intended for the aggression here. What is he? Oh, he wants to kill his probe so bad. He really wants this. Oh, man, I don't know. Is this worth it, keeping all of your... You made this many lings. Go kill stuff. I mean, I guess he got scouted. So, yes, there's 2 cannons back home from Draco. Fair enough. But, yeah, if you just search StarCraft Holiday Bash, the first thing that comes up, I believe, is the VOD. For the... Dude, this juking's amazing. For the VOD on Day9's channel. So, if you want to check it out, that's where the easiest place to find it. And, oh, this probe is dead. This probe... Jukes! Oh, surrounded. Oh, dead. Super ultra Lega lightning dead. Second base comes up here, too. The lings haven't even really bothered to show up here. Absolutely incredible. Second base on the way now from Draco. The 9-pool pretty much prevented him from doing this until he had a forge and a couple cannons down here. So the lings are here. The probes are blocking, which is exactly what you want to do here. And a third base. Ooh, a third base from iNcontroL would be fantastic. There it is. Third base. Got your third gas in there, too. This probe's coming in for scouting purposes. The lings jump up. They get a probe. And, oh, was that only maybe 2 lings die there for a probe? That's a good trade. Not going to argue with that at all. Probe comes cruising in for another round of scouting. Yes, your predecessor died to Zergling attacks, but there are no Zerglings here. So, wahaha. Get perfect scouting off. He sees that there's not a lair yet. Doesn't see a Hydralisk den. Beautiful. You don't have to worry about a Hydra push. Yeah, this is great. This is great stuff from Draco. Draco was higher seeded in this tournament than iNcontroL was. So they played in Group A, and Draco is favored. I'm not going to tell you anything else about the games, but pretty good. Honestly, pretty fantastic stuff. Dude, this probe. Wow. Oh, the juke! Oh, and then right between the 2 minerals. Hot. Hot stuff, and then gets picked up and killed. Because these lings have speed, so of course that happens. Hey, look, a Stargate opening, which I'm pretty sure this Overlord caught wind of, and then started running as fast as he could. Because, well, obviously, Corsairs are going to come out of that. So, all right. I mean, this is pretty safe. Third base is here. Lings are out. Just got some zealots going for a Citadel of a Dune. It is fun to watch these guys cast this live, too, because you don't get the production tab when you're casting live games in Brood War. And so they'd be like, I wonder what upgrades are coming on. I don't know. Does it look like the Hydralisk Den is vibrating? Yeah, kind of. I don't know what it is, though, and you wouldn't know until, like, it was done and you clicked on the unit, the production tab. I mean, you can't see what units are on the way either. What is the Stargate making? Well, I mean, obviously, it's a Corsair, but you don't know that until it pops out. So for replays, production tab is major benefit. Also, the worker count you get in replays, too, you don't get worker counts either in the live, which, again, is just, it's an homage in the remastered client to how Brood War used to be for 20 years, almost 20 years straight, where there wasn't any of that stuff anywhere in the live broadcasts of these games. So a lot of Brood War fans grew up without ever seeing that stuff, so they don't want to see that stuff. Corsairs is going for a scout, sees that there's a Spire on the way, and then starts getting one of the 42 hits that it will take to kill the aforementioned Overlord that it is being hunted right now. Second gas pops down. Hydralisk Den is here. That did get scouted by the Corsairs. So yeah, you want Zealots with legs. Excellent stuff. And then you're also going to want to have a Storm, which is not too far away once you have a Citadel of a Dune. So we'll see if a Templar Archives goes down or not. Spire takes forever to build, as we all know. Etc., etc., etc. Yeah, there have been some really sick games on this map in general, though. Like, not just that one. And there's the Templar Archives. Okay. So, these Lings are never getting through this. There are Zealots at the front door with speed. They've almost got +1 attack, which is huge. He made Mutalisks! Oh, boy. You know how I feel about Mutalisks. You understand that, right? It's not good. It's not a good thing when the Zerg player tries to go Mutas. And sure, there's Scourge here, too. It's not just straight Muta. I understand that. But yeah, pulling back to cannons, Templar Archives, finishing up, getting it Storm immediately. I love this Overlord positioning at Draco's natural third base location where he really, it's the only place where he needs to take it. Right? I don't know that a third base anywhere else makes sense. You can try to go down here, but it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Zerg base. And hey, guess what? Speed lots with +1 attack are here. What is there to deal with it? Well, some Mutas and some Lings. And one Sunken and Yar. Alright, so this is real bad for iNcontroL. The Mutas, they kill the Zealots, sure, but they kill them so slowly. Yeah, I mean, these guys are kind of bruised up. The Sunken did most of the work here. And I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. If I was Draco, maybe I'll leave the Zealots in here, maybe? Maybe try to focus down individual drones, because it's 41 to 31 workers, and killing like 6 workers here for iNcontroL would be fantastic for Draco. Anyway, he's still pumping Mutalisks. There's no sign of Hydralisks anywhere. And again, Hydras against speed loss with +1 attack are not super great, especially because, well, Storm's on the way too. That's the two-part secret mixture that really does very well against Hydralisks. And Draco knows it. Again, Draco, fantastic player. I'm trying to remember. Shoot, where's he from? Where is he from? I want to say Ukraine or Russia. Poland, maybe. Those are the countries. He's Polish. Yes. Third guess. He's a Polish Protoss. I should have gone with Poland first. Poland is home to a lot of incredibly good StarCraft players. Like, fantastic. Outside of Korea, right? Korea's where all the best ones are, but it's like Poland. Poland's number 2. France is really strong in StarCraft too, not so much in Brood War. But Peru's really strong on the foreigner scene as well. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to say Peru, maybe Canada, just because Gur had so much success early. And then, oh, just White Raw for the Ukraine connection alone. Yeah, maybe Ukraine as well. All right, man. So this is going to be a Mutalisk Scourge hunt. Just kidding. No, the Corsairs are like, the split. The split here is pretty good. And the Mutalisks are chasing in. So one thing I actually learned from this cast with these guys, Day 9 and stuff, is that there's an optimal amount of split and range between your mutas, where they're split against Corsair attacks, but they're not so spread apart that the AI naturally draws them together as you're moving them around. And this is it. And iNcontroL knows exactly how to do that in this game. So I thought that was a neat thing. That's not something that I knew. I also learned about the missile turret bug that came up in a cast a while ago on the channel, where there was an observer right over a missile turret, and I was like, what is happening? How is that turret not killing it? And it's because if we put the observer directly over the turret when it's under construction, when the missile turret finishes, it doesn't attack the observer. It's the weirdest bug. It is such a crazy bug. Anyway, and the other thing, I've seen this on the channel too. If you position a barracks directly over a bunker, the Marines won't fire. They stop firing. And I think that showed up in a game that I cast a couple months ago, and I had no idea what was happening. And people were asking, and they were like, yeah, it was recently discovered like in 2017 at the time of the StarCraft holiday badge, as this third base of Draco just gets completely denied. So your 2 base at 11 minutes can't be super happy when the Zerg player's on 3. It's 39 to 52 workers. We're kind of catching up in worker count here, but really just pumping all of the Mutalisks known to Zergkind. Also, there's 2 drones down here that really need to get to work. There we go. At least be moving. I'm not going to ask you to do a whole ton here, drones, but don't just be sitting there. Your job is not to do that. But yeah, isn't that crazy? And they were saying, Tasteless and Artosis were like, yo, this could have been a bug for all the entire history of StarCraft, and we just wouldn't have known because TVTs so rarely feature bunkers that we just never saw it. So somebody discovered it in like 2016 or maybe 2017, and then that was it. So Muta attack into Draco's main base. Cannons die instantly. Scourge connecting. No, the Corsairs are like, fine. Fine, you can have this. We're going to kill your third base, though, and there's just nothing to defend this. The Mutas, I think, need to come home, and they sort of are. They're also taking some serious hits. Storm flying through. The Storm is not great. I love the Archon play. Zealot, the Lurkers are out, though. Okay, we have Lurker aspect. The natural base is being defended. Thanks to the Lurker Sunken combo. Always very good against these Zealots, even if they have attack upgrades. And Mutas... Okay, all right. So they didn't kill this one. It's got 4 kills. High Templar snipe the Storm, though. Third base gets taken down by the aforementioned Zealots with +2 attack. I'm sorry, I lied to you. With a +2 attack on those guys. Oh, secret fourth base attempt here from iNcontroL. Can he do it? Also, the third base is now warping in from Draco here at the 12 o'clock. Dude, that was a massively important attack from Draco. He took down the third. He managed to expand to his own base. Might probably be able to hold it. Be able to hold it. If he brought like an Archon over. Actually, he doesn't have any of those. Yeah, he lost those. All right, so yeah, I love the Lurker positioning here. And the cannons aren't up yet. Les canons are not up yet. So fairly well third base. So nice counter here from iNcontroL, and Draco is now gone from a great position to a fairly bad position. So the Mutas get out of there because Dragoons and High Templar and Corsairs are coming, but he leaves enough Wings and Lurkers to kill the third. Very beautifully done. Yep, Pylon down, etc., etc. Lurkers there. Okay, we have Dragoons and we have Observers. So these Lurkers are very, very dead. All right, retaking the third base would be pretty hot. 800 minerals in the bank. There we go. So taking it up here for a fourth, and then retaking your third would be super good. There it is. Drone coming in. Retaking the third. Again, I watched this recently, so I know what happens. But anyway, yeah. I mean, have you ever seen this many Mutas made in a ZBP in your life? I mean, maybe. Probably, in fact, that Corsair is not microing. Ends up getting 0 kills, but bruises up a lot of these Mutas. This is just... Man, if Mutas had a better attack against buildings, this Nexus would be dead. Like, these buildings are just not dying as well. Nice Storm dodge. Actually kind of catches one of these Dragoons with that Psionic Storm Blast. There we go. So double expanding here is iNcontroL. Zealots with speed, scouting around. They're very good at that. Very tanky. They can run from stuff that's trying to kill them and get that information that they need. And man, it's just more mutas. I mean, sure, there's some lurkers too. Getting +2 flyer attack. Just getting +1 flyer attack. We already have the carapace upgrade. The flyer carapace. Yep, storm dodge. Beautiful. Can we get that? Ah, the storm. A couple mutas go down. Third base gets canceled. And again, Draco's just not allowed to have a third base. He's losing pylons here. Not getting supply block. He's got a ton of supply. Oh, that High Templar was like, I got him, but no. Not when the mutas. If the mutas are distracted by something else, storming him is a lot easier. It is 124 to 94 supply, though. This is a big Draco army. High Templar snot. He thinks about it. He gets 1. He gets 2. All right. They probably didn't have enough energy to storm anyway. Look at this. Look at how many mutalisks there are. There's like 15 in this group alone. He keeps building them down this way. He's got a 4th base. He's got a 3rd base. I don't know if this is going to get a weird fun tag, but oh my gosh, this is so many mutas in a ZVP. And not even that long ago. Oh, Archon for defense, though. Ow! 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 The Archon! Yeah! Oh my gosh, no! Okay, that was a lot of dead mutas. Draco trying to push the front. Can he break this front door? The lurkers, the sunkens, and the lings. Lings, pull back. You need to fight with the sunkens and the lurkers. Don't fight on your own. That's much better. Much better job, y'all. And doesn't want to go in there. There's 3 sunkens. There's a single lurker, which seems like it's maybe not enough to save the day, but oh, third base. iNcontroL's third base is kaput. It is kaput. Yeah, a couple hiders. They don't have the speed upgrade, but they definitely have range. So they're just kind of like hopping along. And they're doing great against these dragoons, but real bad against the aforementioned speed lots. So third base is gone, and third base is coming up, and mutas are still sharking around inside the main base of Draco. And they're just trying to kill probes for the most part here. They can't stick in one pace long enough to kill any of these really important buildings. Like the Templar Archives would be super hot, but I don't think they can. And then just pushing on in. Front door. Is there enough to break through? The mutas have to come in and try to save it. Yeah, a couple more mutalisks die. And Draco pulls back. So Draco's got a third base, which has 0 defense at it. But iNcontroL spent so much money on mutalisks to try to kill stuff here in the main base of Draco and prevent him from getting his worker count back up. It is 30 to 16 workers right now. Draco has 16 total probes. And a bigger army, because it's 74 to 74 total supply, and the worker count is lower for the Protoss, so basic math says... Anyway, Zealot, coming through the first way, scouted this 4th base, and died for that information, but, yeah, Draco's like, I gotta kill that. I cannot believe I didn't scout that with my speedlot scout that I sent out earlier. So iNcontroL, all of a sudden in a tough place. The mutas directly engaging with the dragoons. Not doing too poorly with it either. They don't, you know, dragoons don't instantly murderize mutalisks. If they did, right? If they did, we'd see a lot more dragoon play, and Corsairs might not even exist. Oh gosh. Okay, so that Archon casually has 8 kills. I think all of those kills are mutts. Are the mutas. Alright, so we're going to take out the aggression on this High Templar. You, sir, are going to die. Oh my gosh, the storms, though. And yeah, there's a sunken here to defend against this. Counterattack! Counterattack! Get on in there. We got a base race. I mean, I don't know that we're in base race. Don't run into these cannons. Tasos had a fun line. In the live cast of this game, he's like, I probably shouldn't have forced you to make all of these cannons at the start of the game, huh? Oh, the glaive worm splash is going to kill this Archon. Just kidding, it's not. He has 1 HP, and he's not dead. Gosh, mutalisk count is, I mean, this is better, I guess. It's only 5 mutas. +1 attack, +2 armor. I mean, it's just the Archons have +3 doing 39 damage splash per hit. Where's super injured Archon? I need to know where it is. There it is. It's got 16 HP on him. Oh, Archon gets a splash off. Pull back. Pull back. Draco's at 10 probes. This is something the live cast does not know at this point in the game. They can only kind of guess at the probe count. It's 10. I thought it was more than that watching it on the VOD. We're back. It's like every time Draco moves out, the meters are like, well, just go in. How about that? We'll just go right on in. Look how long it takes them to kill buildings, though. This many Mutalisks with +1 attack to kill a Cyber Core is forever. Mutalisk Storm combo. Pretty good. Oh my gosh. Dude, Archon. Honestly, at this stage of the game, mass Archon. Just go mass Archon. If he wants to go Mutaling Lurker, mass Archon is the way to be. Okay, how many kills this guy gonna get? He's got 0. The Mutas don't. Well, this guy, he gets left behind as sacrifice. And then every time the probe count gets up, the Mutas cause problems. I mean, just, nope, don't fly in there. Okay. It's like the large problem right now is that iNcontroL is not retaking a third. He has the money for it. He's just so busy microing Mutalisks. Right? It just takes so much APM and so much control to not fly your Mutalisks over the Archon like this. Just like this. You got it. Oh, boy. That was close. Oh, hang on. Are we gonna... Okay. Okay, that was probably a mistake. 3 Mutalisks make it back home after that engagement. iNcontroL, maybe he shouldn't have. Could have, sort of. Maybe don't engage with the +3 Archons if you have Mutas. Just as a general rule. Yeah, it's Mutaling here. I mean, there are probably some lurkers on the map. Who's defending this natural base? I mean, sure, iNcontroL has income available to him, and his main is natural, which is not exactly... Oh, he went back for more? Yeah, donating some lings to this attack up north, not great. And I think, is that it, man? It's 17 to 22 workers. Like, remember when it was 30-something? And, oh, a third base is being attempted again. I do think that could have happened more quickly in the name of having more resources, but hey. And then Archon shows up. Another High Templar dies. Dude, the number of High Templar sniped in this game is obscene. But yeah, hit that like button if you're enjoying this match. Good gravy. Yeah, I mean, these lings, they're trying to snipe the High Templar, but the Archons are babysitting far too well. And yeah, this is a Patreon cast too. Posted to patreon.com/Falcon Paladin the first week of May. So if you're watching it out there the first week of May, thank you for being a supporter of the Patreon. If you're watching this in the next month, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week. Yeah, third base doesn't happen. Drones are just getting donated now. They were mining, but and just nowhere. This third base. Dude, we are at 23 minutes, and the Protoss player has a third base, and really no really solid plans to expand at all from this point. We've got 6 Mutas. The Ling upgrades are at +1 armor and no attack, and he's like, oh, nope. Nope. Oh my gosh. Okay, 16 kill Archon. I mean, that's... And then, like, yeah, trying to stack the Mutas and pick off individual probes here. So probes, or rather, Mutalisks outrange the Archon by about 1. It's not by a lot. If you're very careful with your Mutas, you can do that. But yeah, I mean, you're on 2 bases as a Zerg player at 24 minutes. This has been scrap-tastic. I mean, such an incredibly tough back and forth game. All right, Lurkers in position. No Dark Swarm here. If there was a Dark... Like, that's the thing, right? Spellcaster versus not Spellcaster. In general, we've talked about this 100,000 times on the channel. if someone has High Templar and you don't have any Defilers, it's going to be really hard to win. Unless it's a Hydra bust where you win early and there's not much Storm available. And the Mutas are back in the main base. I mean, they've set up shop here in a way that Mutalisks just don't ever in this matchup. Look at these guys. Look at these guys setting up shop. They're like, okay, the Templar Archives. We'll get it. The Glaive Worm Splash is doing extra sort of damage to the other buildings. But there's nothing going good. The Templar got it. Run! Yes! Great victory. We've killed the Templar Archives. Is it a great victory? I don't rightly know. Third base observer says do it. Do it. I dare you. Oh, gosh. 25 minutes into this match. 164 total supply. Draco's up 25 to 17 workers now. Remember it was like 10 probes to 30 drones? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, it's just too many Archons for the Mutas to really engage here. The Spines are getting some decent connections off. They don't have any attack upgrades, but hey. Lurkers do enough. And GG! iNcontroL is out. Draco, GG, smiley face. And that's the end of the match at 26 minutes and 9 seconds. Holy schenectadies. What an absolutely killer impressive ZVP. Like, I had so much fun watching it. Again, with players. Again, with two players that are very, very fun to watch. And so many Mutalisks were made. And a Protoss at the 20-minute mark with 10 probes. And not a third base. Ah, wonderful. Truly, truly a great, great thing. Really fantastic. So overall, Protoss versus Zerg, not quite in a nutshell, right? This isn't standard stuff. This is not standard stuff. This is Muta Lurker Ling against Protoss, which is like, okay, so traditionally, it's not how this works. Also, getting Defilers would have changed the whole makeup of this game, but if you're on a 2-base economy and 3 bases for 5 minutes, it's hard to get up enough to get the Hive upgrade and the Defiler and the upgrades for the Defilers with the Consume and the Dark Swarm, or the Plague, and the Dark Swarm comes for free. And then Link attacks up this way not working either. And just Archon's MVPs of this match for sure for Draco. And GG. The Protoss gets the win. 152,000 points from Draco. 137 from iNcontroL. Outproduced the Protoss about 2-1, but got killed by closer to a 3-1 ratio. So that's going to make a lot of sense for sure. Buildings raised 24 today. Raised by iNcontroL, which is a lot for a Zerg player to do, especially if they go that many Mutalisks. And to outspent the Protoss, but only about 1,000, which is not going to work out. And yeah, this is yet another game where a Zerg player opens Mutas against Protoss and loses. It happens more often than it doesn't. And I'm not a huge fan of it. But, you know, it gives us some crazy, weird games from time to time, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. So, GG. Well done there for Draco representing Poland well. And that's going to be it for me today. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.